If you're trying to eat cleaner in 2026, Aldi is the place to be. In January, they always stock a lot of new healthy items, and my friends, they're on a budget. Let's walk around and show you what you want to be buying right now.
Most Aldi shoppers save on groceries and waste thousands everywhere else. They ignore the kitchen section, drive to Target, pay 5 times more for products that break in 6 months. Some shoppers figured it out years ago. They buy certain items once, never replace them. $20 tools lasting a decade. Simple materials outlast fancy branding. Every time. 9 items, under $20, last 5 to 15 years. Stick around. Number 1 changed how I think about every purchase. 9. Crofton kitchen towels. Beginners replace kitchen towels every few months. They buy cheap packs, use them until they're stained and thin, toss them, and repeat. Year after year, they've accepted that kitchen towels are disposable. Pros bought Crofton towels once in 2019 and still use them today. At $3 to $4 for a 2-pack, these look disposable. Cotton waffle weave, double-stitched hems, nothing fancy on the label. But the construction is built for years of daily abuse, not months of light use. A home cook named Rebecca bought 8 in 2019. 6 years later, 7 are still in daily rotation. 1 got a grease stain I couldn't save. The rest are faded, but they do everything. Absorb, wipe, handle hot pans. $12 total on kitchen towels in 6 years. My sister spends that every couple of months on towels that fall apart after 3 washes. Her sister is the beginner in this scenario, cycling through dollar store towels that disintegrate. Or buying a single Williams-Sonoma towel for $15 to $20 that works exactly the same. You're paying for the label and the presentation, not the cotton. The pro move is care. Hot water, no fabric softener, which coats fibers and kills absorbency, the only thing a towel needs to do, and hang dry when possible. That's it. Do that, and Crofton towels last 5 to 7 years. Rebecca's on year 6 and counting. Aldi pros understand. You're not paying for cotton quality at expensive stores. You're paying for packaging design and a brand story. The cotton is identical. The towel doesn't know which store it came from. But towels are nothing compared to what happens when people discover Aldi storage containers. Because this next one ends in expense most households never stop paying. 8. Sterilite storage containers. Beginners are trapped in the container replacement cycle. Buy cheap plastic containers. They crack in the cold, they warp in the heat, the lid stops sealing. You stack them, the handles break, and suddenly your organized closet is a pile of mismatched lids and cracked boxes. Throw them out, buy new ones, repeat every year or 2 until you die. Pros bought Sterilite at Aldi once and haven't thought about storage in a decade. These are the actual Sterilite brand. The same containers Target and Walmart sell, sometimes at higher prices. Thick plastic that flexes under stress without cracking. Lids that still seal properly after hundreds of open-close cycles. Reinforced handles that don't snap off when you lift a full container off a high shelf. An organizing consultant named Diane has installed these in client homes since 2015. I revisit homes years later for follow-up sessions. The same containers are still functioning perfectly. Handles intact, lids snapping closed. They haven't yellowed or warped. I've seen dollar store containers crack after 1 winter in an unheated garage. I've seen expensive container store products warp after a few cycles in the dishwasher. The Sterilite containers from Aldi survive everything. Temperature swings, stacking weight, being dragged across shelves, kids pulling them off high surfaces. 10 years and counting. The durability comes from material quality you can feel in your hands. Thick plastic that flexes under stress instead of cracking. Reinforced stress points around handles and hinges. The exact spots where cheap containers always fail first. Lids with enough thickness to hold their shape instead of warping after 6 months. The pro principle: buy storage once in the right material and it becomes invisible. You stop thinking about it. You stop spending on it. You stop making trips to buy replacements of replacements. That's the real goal, not finding the cheapest container, but finding the one you never have to think about again. And if durable storage sounds useful, wait until you hear what Aldi sells for under $10 that lasts essentially forever. Because this next item is indestructible, and that's not an exaggeration. If you're starting to rethink what cheap really means at Aldi, hit subscribe, because the next 7 items are where it gets serious. 7. Crofton stainless steel mixing bowls. Beginners cycle through cheap mixing bowls that dent on the first drop, tip over on the counter because the weight distribution is wrong, and come in sizes nobody actually uses. Pros bought Crofton's stainless steel bowls for $8 to $10 and never bought mixing bowls again, ever. A professional baker named Maria has used hers daily since 2013. 12 years of professional use. Bread dough, cake batter, cookie dough, marinades, whisking, everything. Dropped on commercial kitchen floors, banged against stainless steel counters, washed thousands of times in industrial dishwashers. They have scratches everywhere. They're not pretty anymore, but they work identically to day one. I've had assistants bring in expensive all-clad mixing bowls that dented on the first drop. Mine survived 12 years of professional abuse. The expensive bowls didn't survive 12 weeks. That last detail is worth sitting with. Maria's $8 Aldi bowls outlasted $60 all-clad bowls. Not because Crofton is some secret premium brand, but because stainless steel is stainless steel. The gauge is thick enough. The shape is functional. Beyond that, the material does the work. A mixing bowl doesn't need premium engineering. It needs to be made from metal that doesn't dent easily, and Crofton's is. The principle is simple, and it applies to almost everything on this list. Stainless steel, without moving parts, doesn't wear out. There's nothing to break, nothing to coat, nothing to degrade, no mechanism to fail. You buy it once, and it's yours for life, and your children's life after that. Once you learn to spot that pattern, simple material, no moving parts, no coating that wears off, you'll start seeing it everywhere at Aldi, and you'll stop wasting money everywhere else. But mixing bowls sit on a shelf between uses. The next item takes daily abuse, freezing, microwaving, dishwashing, hundreds of open-close cycles, and still lasts for years at a price that makes the premium alternatives look embarrassing. 6. Easy. Home reusable storage bags. Beginners are still buying single-use plastic bags, box after box, year after year, never calculating what it actually costs. Pros found easy home reusable bags at Aldi for $5 to $7 a multi-pack and haven't bought Ziplocs in half a decade. Thick silicone. Quality seals that actually hold under pressure. Food-grade material that handles freezing, microwaving, and boiling without degrading or warping. A meal prepper named James has used his daily since 2020, packing lunches 5 days a week, running them through the dishwasher every single night for 5 years straight. No tears, no odors, no leaks. I haven't bought a single disposable bag in 5 years. My wife thought I was being cheap when I first switched. Now, she uses them too. She did the math one evening. We were spending almost $100 a year on bags we used once. Threw away? That's when she stopped laughing at me. That's the number most people never calculate. A family using a few bags daily burns through well over 1,000 bags annually. It doesn't feel expensive because you buy them in small packs, a few dollars here, a few dollars there, but over years, it adds up to hundreds of dollars on something that exists for 30 seconds between your kitchen counter and the garbage can. You fill it, you seal it, you open it, you throw it away, and you do it again tomorrow. Pros spend a fraction of that once and use the same bags for years. Compare to stasher bags at $10 to $15 each, the Instagram famous option. They're beautiful. They photograph well for your kitchen aesthetic content. They're not 3 times more durable than Easy Home. Pros know the difference between a product that works and a marketing campaign that looks good. And the environmental math is significant. Over 1,000 fewer plastic bags hitting landfills every single year per family. Pros don't just save money, and they eliminate an entire category of household waste. But bags and bowls are kitchen items. What's coming next changes an expense that hits every household every single week. And most people never question it because they've been doing it their entire lives. 5. Huntington Home. Microfiber cleaning cloths beginners buy paper towels. Roll after roll after roll. Hundreds of dollars a year on something literally designed to be used once and thrown in the garbage. Pros bought Huntington Home microfiber cloths for $4 to $5, a multi-pack of 6 to 12, and they clean their entire home for years without buying another roll. A professional house cleaner named Sophia bought 24 cloths in 2018. 7 years of full-time professional use. Cleaning houses every single day. Thousands of cleaning sessions. I'm still using 22 of them. 2 got lost, not damaged, lost. The rest work identically to new, faded, slightly frayed at the edges, but they still trap dirt and absorb without streaking. I've had clients ask what expensive cleaning products I use. I tell them $4 microfiber from Aldi and water. They never believe me. That reaction is the beginner mindset in one sentence. The assumption that good results require expensive products. Sophia cleans houses professionally, as her full-time job, with Aldi cloths and water. Most households spend hundreds a year on paper towels and specialized cleaning sprays to achieve worse results. Compared to Norwex at $18 to $25 per cloth. They're marketed as revolutionary cleaning technology. They're microfiber, the same material, the same fiber structure, the same cleaning mechanism with a premium price tag and a multi-level marketing structure built on top. Pros know the difference. The fibers do the work, not the label, not the packaging, not the brand ambassador, not the home demonstration party. Aldi pros know a rule that applies to cleaning supplies, kitchen tools, and most of life. When someone charges you 10 times more for the same material doing the same job, you're not paying for quality. You're funding their marketing budget, and every dollar you spend on their marketing is a dollar you could have kept. The pattern is clear now. Simple materials, minimal moving parts, budget prices, years of use, and we're only halfway through. The next 4 items aren't just durable. They're things you buy once and never replace. Starting with something most people have a drawer full of broken junk that keeps getting replaced with more broken junk. 4. Crofton Kitchen Utensil Set. Beginners have a kitchen drawer full of half-melted plastic spatulas, bent cheap metal spoons, and utensils with handles that came loose 2 months after purchase. They replace this junk every year or two without ever wondering why their kitchen tools keep failing. They blame the tool. They should blame the material. Pros bought Crofton stainless steel utensils for $7 to $10 and solved the problem permanently. A home chef named Daniel bought his set in 2010. 15 years, 6 dinners a week, thousands of meals cooked and served, thousands of pots stirred, countless pancakes flipped. They lost their shine years ago. Nothing has broken. Nothing has bent. Nothing has come loose. My wife bought an expensive OXO set for her mother as a Christmas gift. The silicone head started separating from the handles after 3 years. A $40 set that lasted 3 years. Mine are going on 15 for $7 and still have 0 issues. I don't think about them, they just work. That last sentence is the goal with every item on this list. You don't think about them, they just work. Year after year. Same principle as the mixing bowls. Solid stainless steel without moving parts. The material doesn't degrade under kitchen conditions. There's nothing to melt when it touches a hot pan, nothing to crack when you drop it, nothing to loosen over time. You buy it once, it's yours forever. Aldi pros understand a rule that applies far beyond kitchen utensils. When there are no moving parts and the material doesn't degrade, the product can't wear out. It's physics, not opinion. And if utensils lasting 15 years sounds good, the next item lasts even longer, potentially 100 years, and it actually improves with age. That's not a sales pitch, that's metallurgy. 3. Crofton Cast Iron Skillet beginners cycle through non-stick pans every 2 to 3 years. The Teflon coating degrades. Food starts sticking. They throw the pan out and buy another one, and another one. Over a decade, they spend hundreds of dollars on pans that are literally engineered to stop working after a set number of uses. Pros buy a Crofton cast iron skillet at Aldi for $8 to $13 and never buy another pan again. A home cook named Patricia bought hers in 2008. 17 years of near daily use. The seasoning is perfect now. Completely non-stick without any synthetic coating. It performs better than when I bought it. It improves every single year. My daughter asked me what non-stick pan I use. I told her it's a $13 cast iron from Aldi that's older than she is. She didn't believe me until I cooked eggs in it. They slid right off like an ice rink. She ordered one the same week. Patricia's daughter is now 3 years into her own Crofton cast iron, building seasoning, watching it improve, starting the same journey with the same $13 pan. That's how cast iron works. It's not a purchase, it's a process, and the process rewards you more every year. That's the secret beginners never learn about cast iron. It gets better with use. Every cooking session builds the seasoning layer. Oils polymerize into the iron surface, creating a natural non-stick coating that gets smoother and more effective the more you cook. After a few years, a well-maintained cast iron skillet outperforms any Teflon pan, without the chemicals, without the coatings that flake into your food, without the replacement cycle that costs you money every 3 years. Maintenance is simpler than beginners think. Oil it, cook with it, clean with water and a brush, dry it thoroughly. That's the entire protocol. 5 minutes of care for a lifetime of cooking. One honest trade-off, it's heavy. A 12-inch cast iron skillet weighs about 8 pounds. If that's a deal breaker, fair enough. But for everyone else, this is the last pan you'll ever need to buy. Lodge charges $30 to $60 for the same iron. Le Creuset charges over $200 for enameled versions that can actually chip. The Crofton version is the same metal, doing the same job, developing the same seasoning. Aldi pros understand. You're not paying for the iron at premium brands. You're paying for the name stamped into it. The iron doesn't know the difference. The seasoning doesn't know the difference. Only your wallet knows the difference. 2 items left. And if cast iron lasting a century impressed you, this next one solves a problem that quietly drives people insane in every kitchen in America. And Aldi's version costs a fraction of what most people pay for relief. 2. Easy home glass food storage container. Beginners are stuck in the plastic container nightmare. Tomato sauce stains that never come out no matter how many times you wash. Lids that warp after 3 months in the dishwasher. Mystery smells from last week's leftovers that no amount of soap removes. The constant, maddening cycle of buying, staining, warping, tossing, rebuying. Pros switched to Easy Home glass food storage containers from Aldi years ago. And the nightmare is over. $5 to $10 for a set of 2 to 4 containers with lids. Borosilicate glass that doesn't absorb odors, stains, or flavors. Dishwasher safe, microwave safe, freezer safe. The only way to destroy them is dropping them on a hard floor, and even then, you're breaking one container, not replacing a set. A meal prepper named Angela bought 12 Easy Home glass containers in 2016, 9 years of daily use. I wash them every day, store hot foods directly from the stove, freeze meals for the week, microwave lunches at work. I've broken 2 over 9 years, both dropped on kitchen tile. The other 10 are crystal clear. No smells, no stains, no warping. They look like I bought them last month. My coworkers microwave lunch in foggy plastic containers that smell like last month's curry. Mine look brand new after 9 years. That visual contrast tells the whole story. Plastic containers after 9 months look like they've been through a war. Stained orange from tomato sauce, warped from the dishwasher, cloudy from chemical breakdown you can't even see happening. Glass containers after 9 years look nearly new. One material degrades every time you use it, the other doesn't. Once you understand that, the choice makes itself, and you wonder why you ever accepted the plastic nightmare as normal. One honest caveat: lids wear faster than the glass does. The BPA-free plastic lids lose their seal after a few years of heavy dishwasher use. That's the one weak point, but Aldi sells replacement lids cheaply. You're swapping a $2 lid, not replacing a $60 container set. The glass itself is permanent. It will outlast multiple sets of lid. Compare to Pyrex at 3 to 4 times the price. Same borosilicate glass, same durability, same chemistry, different label, same principle as everything on this list. Pros pay for materials, not marketing. The glass doesn't know whose name is on the box. Everything on this list, the towels, the containers, the bowls, the bags, the cloths, the utensils, the skillet, the glass, all of it builds toward one product. Not because it's the most expensive, not because it's the most sophisticated, but because it represents the idea behind every single item on this list better than any other product Aldi sells. 1. Ambiano stainless steel French press. Beginners buy glass French presses from premium brand. Bottom, Freiling, names that sound like quality. They break, they buy another one, it breaks again. One morning you're half asleep, your hand is wet, carafe slips, and it shatters on the kitchen floor. Over a decade, they spend over $100 on coffee equipment that keeps meeting the same end. Pros buy the Ambiano stainless steel French press at Aldi for $15 to $20 once, and they make coffee with it for the rest of their lives. A coffee enthusiast named Robert bought his in 2016. 9 years, morning and afternoon coffee every single day. Over 6,000 brewing cycles. The mesh filter still strains perfectly, the plunger still moves smoothly, the carafe has some scratches but 0 functional issues. Meanwhile, my friend has gone through 3 glass Bodum presses in the same period because they keep shattering. He's spent over $100 on the premium option. I've spent $16 on the one that actually survived. That comparison is everything. Robert's friend bought premium 3 times. Robert bought Aldi once. Robert has the better French press, better coffee retention from the double wall insulation, and the money's still in his pocket. The expensive option was objectively the worst investment by every possible measure: durability, insulation, cost. And that's the pattern that runs through every single item on this list. The engineering is obvious once you see it. Stainless steel instead of glass. Glass. French presses break when dropped. It's not a question of if, it's when. One slip off the counter. One moment of wet hands. One enthusiastic dog tail sweeping across the coffee table. Gone. $40 shattered on the kitchen floor. Stainless steel doesn't break. Period. The double wall insulation keeps coffee hot for over an hour longer than single wall glass. The mesh filter is metal, not plastic, that degrades. The plunger mechanism has minimal components. There's almost nothing that can fail because there's almost nothing that can break. But the French press isn't just a coffee tool, it's the clearest example of a principle that applies to every item on this list and to every purchase you'll ever make. Every product here follows the same pattern. Simple materials: stainless steel, cast iron, borosilicate glass, quality cotton, food-grade silicone, microfiber. Minimal moving parts. No coatings to wear off, no plastic to degrade, no branding to inflate the price. No marketing story to justify a premium, just materials doing what materials do, lasting. Aldi didn't invent durable materials, they just sell them without the marketing tact. And that's the real insight this list proves. Not that these 9 items last for years, though they do. It's that durability was never about price. It was never about brand reputation. It was always about what the product is actually made of and how simply it's designed. Aldi proves this every single day with products under $20 that outlast things costing 10 times more. The only question is whether you see it or whether you keep driving to Target. Beginners think cheap means disposable. They buy groceries at Aldi and everything else at stores that charge premium prices for the same materials wrapped in better packaging and supported by bigger marketing budgets. Pros know cheap at Aldi means something different. Simple materials, built to last, priced without the brand premium. They buy once, they stop replacing, and over the years, They save thousands, not by being frugal, but by understanding that the materials do the work, not the label. Once you understand that principle, you stop looking at Aldi's non-food aisles as an afterthought. You start seeing them for what they actually are, the best kept secret in the entire store. That's not a shopping tip, that's a completely different way to buy things. If this changed how you think about what's worth buying, hit subscribe. We're exposing the best long-term purchases at every major retailer, so you never waste money on things designed to fail. I'll see you in the next one.